I'm going to get in here a little bit, get a good shot. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Parks and Tech. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Skymark Pursuit Drone, GPS drone with Follow Me technology. So what's so great about this thing? Well, you can actually get it relatively cheap nowadays, roughly about $100 for a toy GPS drone. That is one of the big things about it. It is a GPS drone, so I think that's pretty cool. Before we go any further, I want to give a special shout out to Bryan at True Drone Reviews for lending this to me for me to take a look at. Believe it or not, all he has done with this so far, at least with this particular quad that's sitting in front of me anyhow, he hasn't even flown this one yet. All he did was an unboxing. He had one a while ago and then ended up actually giving it away, so you'll see some older videos of his that he is actually flying this, but he has never actually flown this particular one that's sitting in front of me. All he did was unbox it. So we're going to just go on ahead and take a very quick look at what's inside and take a look at some of the features, and then of course we're going to jump outside and see what this baby has to offer. So very quickly, front of the box, GPS position. It's got auto takeoff, location hold hovering, Wi-Fi streaming, 6-axis gyroscope, GPS return home, auto landing. It does have a 720p camera with 120 degree field of view there, so that's cool. App enabled, and a little bit of a downside, but of course it's a toy and it's not that expensive, but it says roughly a 12-minute flight time, so we'll probably expect to get maybe 9 or 10 minutes out of it, something like that. So, but we'll take a look at that as well. So we'll be able to know. It does come with a lithium remote, so that's cool. You don't have to worry about fumbling around with AAA batteries or those dastardly screws or anything like that. Let's take a look at the side of the box. Again, same idea. It shows you the drone, and we can download the app. Big selling point, lithium remote. Excuse me, can't talk today. Back kind of just shows you some more of the same things. So they're kind of advertising the exact same features. Does have GPS return home because it does have GPS in it. Low battery geofencing, that's neat. So you can't take it too far away from you if it does have a low battery. Great toy, great for kids, ages 14 and up, of course. But also good for beginners as well. Critical battery return, so it'll automatically come back home. GPS positioning and hold, so it makes it a little bit easier to fly. We'll be checking this out too, the Follow Me technology, so we'll see how that turns out. So luckily for me, Bryan has already broke the seal, so again here I don't need my trusty unboxing knife. So let's go on ahead and pop this open and see what we got inside the box. Looks like we got some styrofoam here, so we'll carefully pull this out. And there we go. So it looks like we just have a bunch of styrofoam. Yep, nothing else inside the box. So go on ahead and set that back there just for the time being. So let's take a look at this. I apologize for the glare on the plastic. We'll get that plastic piece taken off. All right, and there she is, the Skymark Pursuit Drone in all her glory. Let's go ahead and get her out. It looks like she does have a battery here. It's not already pushed in, so let's take that and let's take a quick look at that. Made in China. ProMark 2500 milliamp per hour battery, 7.4 volt. It is a lithium ion battery. Looks like yeah, it does look like it might be a proprietary connection. So but here is the quadcopter itself and first impressions, taking it out of the packaging, it's nicely made. I was expecting this to be a lot lighter and having it, feel cheap. But it is nice plastic, man. That's impressive. We've got our 720p camera down there at the bottom. That's neat. Does have a spot for a micro SD card slot in the back, so that's a huge plus, because a lot of these toys, toy quadcopters, don't actually come with that. One thing you will have to suffer through with, and it's just the nature of the beast, but these motors are not brushless, so they are brushed motors, so you will have to deal with that. I like that they have the props different colors, so you got your black in the back, red in the front. That's to help you with orientation. When you're flying in the air, the red ones are in the front, black ones are in the back. So that's pretty cool. Looks like we got some LEDs down there in the bottom. I'm sure those light up and tell you different things while flying. And it looks like they're pretty big. I obviously haven't turned it on, so I don't know exactly how bright they are. But some of them, some of the quads are actually small and sometimes harder to see. So it's nice that they made this relatively big. So that's man, I'm impressed with how nicely built this is. Let's see how heavy it is with the battery in. I mean, the battery's got a little bit of weight to it, so it looks like we just push that in, and it should just snap right in there. Let's push those down, and there's no click. So I don't know if I like that too much, but there's no click, so I can't really tell if this, I'm trying to pull it, but so it's stuck. You don't want that battery falling out while you're in mid-flight. So let's just see here real quick. If we push these down, there we go. Okay, so it did lock in. You got to really squeeze these little tabs to really get them to lock in even more. So just be aware of that. Just make sure it's in all the way before you take off. That's going to be something pretty big that you're going to want to watch out for. So let's see. Let's go ahead and see what else we have in the packaging. We got a little booklet to tell you what's going on. You got your micro USB charging cable. You got looks like a full set of extra props. You got your tool and some screws in there as well, so that's cool. Glad they do that. For beginners, you got some prop guards, and you actually have some more landing gear as well. So it looks like they give you a backup set of landing gear in here too. Wow, they really give you a lot in here, guys. Of course, you got your prop guards. Looks like they're going to need some screws. So I think maybe some of these screws in here are actually for the prop guards. Maybe all these screws are for the prop guards. No, okay, so there's spare ones, and then there's the blade. What they call blade protectors. I call them prop guards. So just take a quick look at this. Let's see if we can't figure out how these go on. It looks like this might come off, and you can see two little screws right underneath there. It looks like it would line up. This would go inside there, and then this would go back on top. So that's what it looks like, and then they would sit off to the side in that direction. I'm not going to use these. I don't like them. I guess if you're going to be flying indoors, then you might want to use them so you don't ding up walls or anything like that, because it'll bounce around a little bit. But unless you have a really huge house or a big room, I probably wouldn't recommend flying this in the house, and I don't even know if you can. Hopefully you can turn off the GPS. I'm not sure, but if you turn off the GPS, it does not have any sensors at the bottom. So, I take back what I just said. I would not fly this in the house. So don't fly it in the house, all right, guys? So one thing we didn't take a look at yet too was the transmitter. So let's get that out of the package. And wow, that's a nice transmitter. Got little foam covers here for the sticks to keep them from wobbling around in transit packaging. Looks like you even have a little lanyard clip for this bad boy too, so you can really get going. But other than that, it seems pretty simple. On the top here, taking a look, you got your speeds and your rates, so you can adjust those. You got your follow me button, it looks like. Looks like we got our compass calibration button there. We got our taking a photo button. Looks like we got our, I think that's a video button. Here we can adjust the angle of the camera, so that's neat that it is a motorized one. Hopefully it doesn't beep whenever we change it. The sticks feel really nice, they're very smooth. Here we got our return to home button, got our power button, and we got our automatic takeoff and land button as well, so that's cool. What is this something we can pull out? What's going on in here? So here's our phone holder. Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of neat that it goes inside of the transmitter. I thought I just broke that there for a second. Sorry, Brian. But yeah, not bad. I don't feel like this would really hold a heavier phone up like this, so it's going to fall back this way. I probably won't be using that unless you have a lighter phone. So it feels a little flimsy there, but I guess, you know, for the price you gotta cut back somewhere. So we'll go on ahead and pop that back in there. Looks like down here, I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not, but it looks like you have little indicators down here that'll light up and flash once the transmitter is on. Looks like that's probably just your connection to tell that this has been bound to the quad. Looks like speed maybe, photo, return to home. It's your battery level, compass calibration, follow me, and I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's headless mode. Maybe this has a headless mode. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I like how they just put these two little tiny antenna on here, little fake things. Maybe they're not fake. I don't know. Maybe they do have a wire going up through there. But you know, a lot of toy quadcopter manufacturers will put those fake antennas with no wire that goes up them, and they kind of just basically get in the way. So I kind of like how they went a little minimalistic on here and just put these little nubs, if you will. So that's pretty cool. So we'll pop these bad boys back on here, and they fall back on. The sticks do feel really nice. I will say that the sticks feel really good. So that's everything you get in the packaging. Again, you don't get a lot of bells and whistles, but you know, for the most part, for the price, man, they do give you a lot. So looking back at the quadcopter itself, I'm going to take this battery out so it doesn't fall out. I don't really want to click that in. Again, I think we kind of took a look at everything on here, but I'll just give you one final look at it before we take this puppy up in the air and show you how we set it up. Of course, not in that order, of course. We'll show you the setup first, and then we'll take this puppy up in the air. So there it is in all its glory. Again, I can't get over how well this feels, how good this feels, I should say, man. It feels really nice. It doesn't necessarily feel like a cheap toy quadcopter by any means. It's very well built. It's got nice size to it as well. You know, it's got that Phantom-like design. The landing gear is very sturdy. Hopefully the camera is looking pretty good. But to be honest, guys, even if it doesn't, you know, it's not the end of the world. You know, I mean, you don't buy a quadcopter like this to take beautiful cinematic footage. You know, that's just not what it's meant for. I mean, I'm sure someone could probably film some decent video, of course, with this, and that's all that we really expect out of a toy quadcopter such as this. So, all right, guys. So it's just a quick unboxing and a quick first look at the Skymark by ProMark Pursuit drone. Again, this is a GPS drone with Follow Me technology. You can get this anywhere from about $100 to $175. This version here does not come with the goggles, so you can actually fly with goggles if you wanted. There is another version, exact same quadcopter, everything else is the exact same, but they give you the goggles. In fact, the packaging is the same too. They actually would put the goggles right over here in this compartment of the styrofoam packaging. So that's that, guys. Let's go on ahead and take this baby outside. I'll show you how to get it set up, and then we'll take it out for a first flight and see what she's got. All right, guys. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you outside. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So I think I might have fooled you a little bit. You guys probably thought that we were, going to be taking the Skymark out in the backyard for the first flight. Well, originally I had plans of that, but unfortunately, fortunately I should say, it was a beautiful day today, and I decided to come out here to the Bryan golf course and see what's up. I have not been out here for quite some time, unfortunately. Just life kind of gets in the way. But here we are, nonetheless. I already had a nice flight there with the FIMI X8 SE, so you'll be seeing that coming down the pipeline too. So get prepared for that. I thought I was doing a cool thing by coming out here in this area right here, this part of the golf course where there's not too much brush and the grass is pretty low. And there's nothing really too much around me, no trees. It's a wide open space, so just in case this thing decides to go haywire on me, or just in case I do something wrong, it's not gonna hopefully get damaged or go too far. Bryan would probably kill me. But as it turns out, I decided to set up right here in a dead thorn bush patch. Every time I reach down to grab something, I keep getting jabbed by these thorns. So probably not the best idea I ever had, but it is what it is. So all right, guys. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy, powered on here. Okay. Got to make sure we get the ProMark GPS app. And there is a little quick start guide. I kind of actually like this app. I'm just going to walk you through it here real quick. So step 1, turn on drone and set down on level surface. The drone will auto trim to this level surface. All lights blinking red. Step 2, turn on remote. Press up and down on the left joystick. That's going to be to bind. There it is. And you swipe over to go to the next. Up and out to calibrate the gyroscope. And initiate GPS and compass calibration. Going in. And then it walks you through it. Make sure you have the front facing out. And then you spin it around you, and then you have the front facing down and spin it around you. Finalize the GPS. So we'll go back. Let's go. Allow it to do everything that it needs to do. Going to want to make sure you connect to the appropriate Wi-Fi network. There we are, the ProMark. I said I wouldn't use this little phone holder, but I'm giving it a shot, so I'm going to keep our Wi-Fi connection. Go back and go back into the app, and we can see that we have video now. I'm just curious too. You can change the angle of the camera. Oh, it beeps. Maybe not. Maybe that's not what that does. Oh, yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? It's kind of moving it a little bit, but I don't know. I don't really like those battery warnings either. They're both in red there, and I know everything's fully charged. I mean, you can see the lights on the back of the device. It's kind of weird. So, oh well, whatever. All right, so up and in to initiate the compass calibration here. So we'll set that off to the side. So first, it's out and spin it around you. See the lights flashing. There we go. And then I think it's down. So those front ones stop flashing. There we go. I'm a little dizzy. All right. So I really wish that tilt would work on the camera, but I guess it's not. So, all right, well, let's go on ahead and try to start video here. I wish this would lock in too, but this really doesn't lock in. Yeah, I didn't really like that little phone holder there. So, all right, well, good thing we started this thing up here at where there's not too much around. So again, just in case something happens, we'll see what happens. So let's go on ahead and see. This should start some video. I guess that's all I get, that it started recording video. So if we have video, you'll see it up on the screen. If we don't, then I did something wrong. So it is what it is. We'll just tap the little video button on the screen here. And well, I guess we'll try to take off. You can tell those brushless motors are working hard. Although, gotta be honest with you, it's quite stable. I'm really not going to take it too far away, just because it is a, it is a Wi-Fi drone. But, it is a toy. Although it's a heavy toy. Handle's nice. Let's bring it over closer to us a little bit here. Let's just see how it hovers. And it's kind of drifting away. Well, no, it's not. I thought it was, but it's not. It is moving around, but that's expected. And to be honest with you, it actually is quite stable. It'll move around just a little bit. Every drone's going to do that, unless it's a DJI product. This doesn't have any sensors on it or anything like that. So, I just wish I could move that camera. Okay, so I guess it is moving and it is working. It just does it kind of bit by bit. If that's as high as it can go. I'm thinking that's as high as it can go. I thought it could, maybe point straight out, but I guess not. All right, I'm going to take it out a little bit here. And what we'll do is, I want to see its top speed here. Should be able to control our rates. Let's see. That's pretty quick for a toy, guys. Pretty quick for a toy. Handle's nice. Man, this is really impressive for a $70, $80 toy. It's got that nice Phantom lookalike and all kinds of good stuff going on for it. Hopefully it's actually recording this video. The video on my FPV doesn't look bad. It looks respectable. I don't see any lights flashing on me too badly, so I just don't know what it's going to do whenever the battery dies. It is supposed to have this whole follow me thing, so let's try this out. See a little button here. Hit that. I wonder if it just follows the controller. It's kind of moving. There we go, it is following. Let me freaking take it up just a little bit. And it's holding its own in the wind for a toy, man. You can see it's getting bobbed around a little bit. Okay, so it doesn't turn, it stays straight and follow me. So like if I'm over here, it's just kind of pushing back. My hands are off the controls, guys. Hands are still off the controls. Oh boy, did that speed up quick. Let's turn that off. Man, it's quick though, folks. Guess that's why they call it the Pursuit. Really quick. Not bad, folks. This is really fun. Look at that thing move, man. That's kind of wandering on its own just a little bit, but you know, you got full control. It works. You know, it's pretty stable. I lost a little altitude there, but not terrible. I'm gonna do something brave here for you guys, all for the art of video. I'm gonna get in here a little bit, get a good shot. You know, guys, Christmas is coming up. A bunch of other holidays too, depending on what you celebrate. This wouldn't be too bad of a drone for a first, you know, for a beginner. Not too expensive in case you break it or crash it. Might be a good gift, or even for somebody intermediate. I kind of like the you know, the extra long, you know, landing legs there, guys, because you know, you can land it in some higher grass such as this, you know. Flight time's not too bad. It says you only get like about 15 minutes or so, but I still don't see anything flashing on my screen. But I'm gonna stop that video just so we save that. I did put an SD card in there, so we'll take a look at that. I'm gonna keep recording though. Maybe record another video. I hope it's recording to the SD card. A lot of people starting to come out here now. It's beautiful. Steeler game's on a little later, and I'm starting to see some lights flash. So I think it's I think the battery's going to be dying here, folks. So let's go on ahead and bring her down. I'm going to probably have to land it somewhere around here. Trying to find a nicer spot to land on. All right, let's go down and kill her. She's not wanting to stop. She's starting. There we go. Took a little while to stop there, but that's okay. Like I said, I just really hope we were able to record some video from her. But there we go, folks. That was the first flight and first look of the Skymark, the Pursuit GPS drone with Follow Me technology. So pretty cool. Again, might not be a bad toy for beginners or just for kids in general. You really get a lot in the packaging. It's very inexpensive. It is definitely one though. You are going to have to register with the FAA, so make sure you have your registration on it. You can see I got mine there on the front. So you're going to want to make sure you do have that registered. You can just register as a recreational pilot if you want, but it is definitely over the 250 gram mark, so you definitely have to register this one. But all in all, it's not bad. I hope that video turned out pretty good. You guys are going to be seeing that before I see it. I'll see it, of course, when I'm making the video, but that's really about it. The video on the FPV looked awesome. Follow Me worked pretty well. I'm not exactly sure what it used there. Probably the GPS in the phone, I would assume. But again, all in all, not a bad drone at all. Stay tuned. We're gonna be doing some more flights with this. I would like to see it out there a little bit further. I don't know exactly how long that flight was, but I'll go on ahead and put up the flight time on the video as well. But all in all, it was really a nice flyer, pretty stable for the most part, specifically for a toy. I mean, you can't really beat it. It does have brushed motors, and you can definitely hear them as well. So I'm sure you're able to hear them. But all in all, really nice little quadcopter here. And I shouldn't really call it little. It's really not that little. But all in all, it is really nice. So again, I really appreciate you guys watching, and hit that thumbs up button on the way out. And also, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. All right, guys. Well, again, really appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.